Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So I have this piece of, I believe it's Manitoba maple or box elder. There's only a little bit, it's fairly cracked on the end that I put the tenon on, but I'm going to be cutting most of that away. It's got a notch here, but that'll be taken away too. Actually, I've got a tenon on both ends, but I think I'm going to use this one in the truck. So I'm going to make a little vase out of this. Now the green is a little nondescript, it's not very exciting, so I'm going to do a little decorating on the outside to make it look a little better. I'm not sure if I'm going to put a lid on it or not, but we'll see. Just going to bring the tail stalk up for a little bit of support. Okay, so the cracks from the bottom are coming up to about here. So I'm probably just going to define the bottom right just below those. If they show a little bit, I'm not too worried about it, because the pattern I plan on putting in there should cover that and that too. So I'll just use my 1/8 inch parting tool to define the bottom. So this is going to take a while because I don't have a steady rest on here, so I don't want to reef on it. So I'm just going to hollow it out and bring you back and I'll show you how I'm marking it out for the embellishment. Okay, so I've decided to use this stencil to stencil some patterns on here. Now, because this is cone shaped here, this doesn't quite lay flat for all of it because I'd have to wrap it around, which is what I've done. So I've got this all marked, and I think I'm going to use some pyrography and burn inside these lines. I could do the outside and it would be a negative, I guess. It would look like a negative, but I'm just laying out the pattern. It's kind of random. It doesn't really look like a flower, but maybe leaves. So I've got some done here. I have a few bigger spots here that are open. I could find a little spot like this and fill them in. I don't know if I will or not, but I'm just gonna keep going around and finish this up. I'm just marking it in with pencil. Now I know you're not really supposed to use pencil for wood burning because the lead from the pencil can run into the wood, but I am going to be careful when I'm burning it. Going to keep going here, find a nice pattern that fits in this space that I haven't marked yet. I think I will go right here. I'm not taping it down or anything, I'm just holding it. That way I can still move it around. There. Just doing it this way, it gives you a little bit of creativity to not completely follow the stencil, but you can move it around. Create your own layout. See, like this, I will move this down a little bit here. Here. This one up here. I know, you can't really see what I'm doing here because I'm left-handed and I'm working behind the camera. Put that in here. There. So those are all filled in. I'm going to put another one here. I'll find a little one there. That one. There. If anybody's wondering where I got these stencils, I ordered them from Temu. They're cheap. They work. You can kind of see the pattern underneath, so you know whether your little stencil is going to show or be too close to a previous one you've marked. Being pretty random here. Trying not to put too many small ones in the same area. I have them right up to the edge. And I think that's where I will leave it, just like that. Do I need another one right there? Yeah, maybe I do. A little curly one. No, that'll be too big. Something right there, I think. Too big. There, that one. Okay, so I am going to go upstairs. I'm going to leave the volume off because I'm probably going to be watching television or something while I burn this in, but I will try and show you some of it if I remember to set up the camera. Don't get carried away and just do it all. Okay? I'll be back.
March 9th.
I'm using the blade tip on my razor tip wood burning system. It gives a nice defined line because it's very, very thin, and it's smooth. It's smooth because it kind of cuts the wood almost, but it burns it at the same time.
Hey, Dakota. Yeah. Guy in a woman here in Aurelia. Anybody doing mobile snowblower repairs in Aurelia?
Go figure.
I think that's where I'm at. My purpose is back home being a mum. That's my purpose. Okay, that's enough. Hi, it's Kate. I'm officially tapping out.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
She misses her kid?
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
She's doing so good.
Yeah.
Oh, my money's on the other chick now.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm feeling very excited now, but very ready to leave, yeah. Yeah, it just felt like something was missing. There was no people to share it with, and, you know, we're pack animals, and we're meant to live together and share our thoughts and feelings and ideas, and, yeah, it's hard to sit with that. It was very hard for me. I guess I made it a little bit harder for myself in not wanting to hunt animals, but that was something that I had to stay true to myself with. I didn't want to change the way I interact with nature and the way I see nature. And to be able to come out here for 22 days without any contact with my family is just, I honestly don't know how I did it. Like, it's something that I don't want to do again because it's hard, and I don't want to be that person that's not at home. Like, I had a family because I wanted to be there. I'm absolutely going back a different person. My eyes are wide open now to how precious life is and how precious our people are. And I like to think my mum's sort of watching over me in her own way. She would have been so proud.
A little tip when wood burning: don't let the tip of your tool stay in one place for too long, or you'll end up with a really dark, deep burn line. And if you're going around a sharp curve, you want to do little touches. If you can't do the curve all in one motion, just do little ones.
the top of the bank, dead, and guts. It's hard to get going. It's a little bit like a fire that's hard to start, you know. Once you get it started, it's alright. But to get that flame going is difficult. I need to think long and hard about this bait situation. I just need to get my first bloody fish. And I'm sorted for bait. And that will bring more fish. It's a chain reaction once you get it going. But I have not got it going yet.
I kind of feel like that could be the difference of whether I win or lose, is whether I can find worms. It's as simple as that.
You beauty. I just found a worm. It's not huge, but it seems once you've got a worm, once you've gone... Oh, yes, there's another one. Oh, yes. Big fatty.
So now that I've outlined all the marks here, all the pattern, I'm just coloring them in. So I'm using the ball burner. So I'm just going random here. I don't want the burn marks in a pattern. I've seen some people, they go all the way around the edge, and that shows in your pattern. So I'm just going random all over like this at first, and the longer you hold it on, the bigger the hole, or the bigger the circle is burnt. This is Manitoba maple, so some spots are softer wood than others, so it will burn faster. Others take a second to burn. So I go as close to the corners, the tips like this, as I can, without going outside the line. Now I just go back and I'll fill in all those spaces. This is a razor tip wood burner that I'm using. It's made in Canada and I like it. I've tried the cheaper brands. They work, but they take a lot of time. They don't heat up as high as this one, so you have to go a lot slower. And I've seen others that work faster than this too, but this one's just fine for me. Now if you look close, you can still see lighter marks. Now I haven't decided yet if I'm I haven't decided yet if I am going to go back with a shading tool and just run it over the top of that, or if I should just leave them like this. Because if I go over with the shader, they will definitely look black, and you will still see the little dimples in here that I'm creating with this bulb burner. Achoo! Burner. Okay, so I've already done all this, and I've just got this left to do, so I will be back when I'm done. At this point, I would like to ask you to like and subscribe if you like my content. I like to try different things, and this is definitely a different piece for me, with the texturing and the pattern. Let me know what you think in the comments. So I've done all the texturing. I've spray painted the inside black with a flat black. Just gives it a little bit of depth when it's looked at from the top. I'm going to give it a couple coats of the Rust-Oleum clear satin spray, and after those are dry, I am going to give it a couple coats of the gloss. Okay, so I'm just going to turn the lathe on really slow and apply it that way. So there's one coat. I'm not going to keep it spinning. I'm just going to give it a very light coat. Like that. Let it soak in, let it dry. I might use the old hair dryer I have to help it dry. That way I can speed things up just a tiny bit. So I'll be back when I start adding the gloss. So there's the inside. You can see it's painted black, and I'm just going to add coats of clear luster now, the Rust-Oleum clear lacquer. Just going to put a light coat on first, and I'm going to let that dry, and I'll probably put 2 more on. And then we'll take it off the chuck. We'll part it off, and I'll show you the final pictures. Don't forget to like and subscribe.